Our resilience budget also focuses on building resilience in our workers. The best form of support is continued employment, both in the immediate and long term. But if your livelihood is affected, we are here to help you through difficult times to bounce back when conditions improve. For employees, beyond subsidizing wages through the Jobs Support Scheme, we have also provided help for workers' training and upskilling by enhancing cost fee subsidies and absentee payroll. For those who lose their jobs, we have stepped up our efforts to help workers find new jobs, especially where there are emerging trends, such as through SG United Jobs Initiative, which Minister Josephine Teo spoke about yesterday. For those who experience hardship, we also provide strong social support through new schemes, such as a temporary relief fund and COVID-19 support grant, as well as through existing schemes like ComCare. For self-employed persons, we'll provide direct cash assistance through the Self-Employed Person Income Relief Scheme, or SERS. In implementing this new scheme, we have heard many suggestions, such as that from Mr. Joan Pereira and Mr. Dennis Tan, to improve its auto-inclusion criteria. With the revised eligibility criteria I announced in my ministerial statement, a total of about 100,000 self-employed persons will benefit. I also encourage all self-employed persons to make full use of the SEP Training Support Scheme to train and upskill during this period. Several members, like Mr. Peng Eng Huat, Mr. Pritam Singh, and Associate Professor Walter Tessera, have asked for the government to relook our approach for support for our low-wage workers, especially during this period. Our union MPs, too, have been consistently championing the needs of our low-wage workers and actively working with the government to uplift them. This is the right approach because we need a combination of policies which work together to shift the entire landscape of support for our workers. The progressive wage model and workfare, which then Labour Chief Lim Swee Keat is a strong proponent of, have uplifted low-wage workers while keeping unemployment low. Every worker is assured that he can earn more wages through skills upgrading. We continue to believe in that and have strengthened our Skills Future and Next Bound of Skills Future movements to allow for this continual progression. I've also heard Mr. Henry Quek's suggestions on sharpening this effort. We also ensure that our workers are treated fairly by their employers through the Tripartite Alliance for Fair and Progressive Employment Practices, or TAFEP. This is made possible by the strong tripartite partnership that can be a viable, flexible companion to the rigidity of law, as mentioned by Mr. Douglas Foo. This model has worked well for our society thus far and has laid the foundation for good outcomes and trust between the government, firms, and workers over the years.